For days and for weeks and for months and in many ways years, we have waited for today. And the whole conversation in the meantime was like, I'm going to sling some shit your way, you're going to sling it back to me. The whole war of words, it's a thing that we do before every Ashes. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we're part of it, okay? And you know what? Australia has made really big efforts ahead of this series to not say anything about the opposition. And then for some fucking reason, the new captain, who was the actual captain because the old captain was a puppet, let's be honest, decides that, you know what, I am going to have a pop at Monty Panesar for some reason. I am going to get a journalist to lob me up a question so I can slam dunk him for some reason 12 hours before the first ball. And at that point, I was thinking, you know what, okay, the game needs to start. The game needs to start. We need to move on from the war of words. I need to see what's going to happen. I guess we'll see. And you know what? I don't know what we saw today. I don't know what that was. In many ways, it felt like I was having my favourite ice cream. I had a VR headset on. My eyes were closed at the same time, and I was watching my favourite fantasy play out. And at the same time, I was being kicked in the dick over and over again. It was a very confusing day. Too many things happened. Pezza, it's not often that you bowl a team out in 33 overs and you're losing.
Yeah. And if you have come here to watch this video, particularly as an Australian, to try and know how to feel, a couple of comments for you. I'm not your fucking dad. Because I don't know. I don't know. I have crow's feet so deep after today, and the number of dismissals on a deck that I think is shit, but a lot of others will say just bad batting with the Popeye mouth. I have crow's feet so deep that they are Himalayan ravines.
Yeah.
If you tell me that on day one of the Ashes in Australia, in Perth, that my nation, and it isn't a country, it's a nation, dismisses England in 33 overs, I am humming. As Tim Hewitt, the comedian, said to me, I am Baha man who let the dogs out. And we were.
Yeah.
And we were.
We were cooing. Like pigeons.
But if you went on to say, yeah, you bowled them out in 33 overs and it's England's day, I'm worried. And I must tell you, after I watched the second innings, I am worried. He goes,
yeah.
I am troubled. I am troubled that we've dismissed them in 33 overs. Kratz, 7 for 58. It's the fourth biggest story of the day. The nature of the dismissals of the Australians is cause for concern. If you are here to feel good, leave. I am not your father. The nature of dismissals is troubling. England bowled fucking rapid, and they bowled together. Last year, everyone's like, very similar to last year. 17 wickets fell in the day, 19 wickets fell this day. And then no, last year, one guy who bowls like a genetic wanger did it. This time, 5 guys did it, and the worst bowler took 5 for in a session.
In 6 overs. Yeah.
What we're talking about now for Australia, this is the closing of my opening comments, is one, we hope that someone in England's team gets injured, which is bad to hope. And 2, Mitch Marsh will be opening in Adelaide. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
That is the conclusion of day one.
That's where we're at. I mean, last year felt like not quite an epiphany, but last year, given the scenarios are so similar, I suppose that like there was a lot of talk for the Australian side anyway that it was it was like a lack of preparation coming into this, coming into the season. Guys were playing golf. We'll comment on that later. And that, guys were underdone. And then this time, guys have played too much Shield cricket. We're hearing the Bush Horse might be out for the entire summer. Not sure if I'm breaking that news, but that's what the chat is. So now
I'm hearing Boxing Day best.
Yeah, Boxing Day best. Okay, so there's that. So
again, more Australians tuning in, going like, no, this is not what I tuned in for.
I know, and so now I'm starting to think about, well, could the series so far, after one day of the series being played so far, could it have gone any fucking worse than what it has done?
Yeah,
now, by the way, the 72-year-old opening batter, 41 points yesterday off the stick.
All right, we're talking Uzi.
Yeah, so 41 points for Uzi. And, he's played probably 85, 90 tests. Now, how many times has he had 41 points, Basically par in the back nine. Kratz 38, 100 on the back nine, okay? Don't worry about that. But Uzi, he's playing 18 holes the day before a test match. Now, how many times has he had 41 points?
Hang
Not that many. It's special.
Hang on. That is a little bit scurrilous. CA have clarified there was no correlation between his golf game and his back spasms at age 38.
They've clarified that.
So let's be clear.
Okay. Now, I am going to say at the same time...
Also, toilet breaks and stretching.
Well, when you have prostate issues as an elderly gentleman, as a man that's getting on long in the tooth, as a man that's getting long in the tooth,
like a horse,
up all night, with the prostate issues there, he's going to he's having bathroom breaks. He's getting the sore Jimmy Jack there. Now, okay,
it was funny for all the chat about who would open for Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
And Marnus smacked around a few guys on AB Field and went, I'm three.
He's got too many on three.
And basically, we're like, isn't it great? Jake Weatherald's in, that's great. And then he didn't get knocked over, he literally got knocked over.
He's on all fours in the second ball.
He's on all fours.
Marnus has already opened the baby. That means Smith's now number three. Okay.
Someone said to us that Weatherald's on all fours before he got hit. That's a technical issue, but... let's turn on everybody. Let's turn on all of them.
Have gone worse.
Now, no, but I mean, we're like, we can't have Smith as opener. He was in the first over. We're like, what we do know is that Marnus 3, Smith 4, that is what makes Australia good. Marnus and Smith were opening. Yeah. Today, we actually had the worst result of all. Yeah. But that's okay because the team is not old and things, Yeah,
and by the way, you thought Hazelwood had soreness. Yeah, by the way, that's also a tendon.
Yeah, that's right.
Cummins is going to do the press after the game. He's not playing, by the way. Opening batter on all fours. Usman on the toilet.
Exactly.
Marnus, you open.
That's right.
Smith, you're number 3 as well.
Green can never be number 3 for Australia. Pretty sure he had the best technique today of everybody. Turns out, in order to play on this deck and to ride the bounce, you do need to be 2 metres tall. But that's okay. Just try and slice Ben Stokes for nicking off Ben Stokes.
Now, if I can add ourselves into this narrative, Pezza, to add to what has been a very difficult day for all Australians. The reason why this review has come out late is because we recorded our review outside the ground after the last ball, as per the usual process. And
in fact we fly over to Perth,
yes,
to the other side of the country, with staff. And we end up recording the review in a house.
Yes, that's right. And that's because the audio that we recorded for that review is completely lost. It is completely unusable. And so we are now recording this at nearly 11:30 at night.
And why is it a little bit later? He goes, yeah.
Well, that's neither here nor there. I was on the putting range with Uzi, just working on the claw grip as we were, just lining up a couple of putts. Yeah. So there's that. So apologies for the lateness of this, but that is what's happened. We've already recorded this daily review, went for 25 minutes. Some of the funny stuff you'll never hear because the audio, completely unusable. So there you go.
I'm sorry, mate, but where were we when we found out? Where were we?
We were walking into Adam Gilchrist's house.
Yep.
Yeah, does that make us relatable?
Yeah, and is it or is it not true that when you walked in, Mark Waugh had a bottle of Adam Gilchrist Grange and he was walking around saying, I've got some Kembla Grange? And did you have to stay? Did we have to stay? That's neither here nor there. Now,
yeah.
Now, this episode is brought to you by NordVPN.
Oh, yeah, okay. NordVPN. Now, here's the top line. NordVPN.com/TGC. Now, if you are listening to this podcast and you don't know how to use a VPN, well, first of all, you are an idiot. How have you made it this far in your life where you listen to the podcast, you're online, and you don't know how to use a VPN or why you're going to use a VPN? If you want to change your location, for instance, if you are in Australia or in England and you need to tune in to that series that might be happening or may not be happening, I don't know. I don't follow the cricket anymore, personally speaking, but if you're interested in it and you're overseas and you've already got your subscription services to watch the cricket, but you're in a different country, they won't let you watch it. VPN, NordVPN.com/TGC, change your location, all of a sudden, bingo, bango, bungo.
Exactly.
Not a real saying, just made that up. You can all of a sudden watch the cricket in the comfort of your own home in, let's say, a Tokyo hotel room.
But you're in Japan. You're like, I want to watch some anime from Australia.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm in Japan and I want to watch Australian anime.
Australian anime,
Louis, for example.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
NordVPN.
Yeah.
Right?
.com/TGC. You can start your subscription today. Good news. 30-day money back guarantee is the words that you say for that. Nord.com. NordVPN.com/TGC. I did that without reading. That's impressive.
Look, I think it's high time, Higgins, that we gave fucks that couldn't be fairer to England.
Yep.
For the way they bowled. I mean, the way they batted was of a child requiring Ritalin. It was unsettling, but it gained context as the day wore on because like the way they batted was loose as fuck.
Yeah.
And as Australians, you thought, welcome to this nation.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that I was right.
And then when Archer and the rest of them bowled faster than us, they took wickets more quickly than us. They strangled us. Their beer snakes were longer than us. They were longer than us, longer than ours. It was high time for concern, and it was a collective effort. There's been so much talk leading into this series. It was a real vindication of their strategy. You know, even when they were like, "Fuck Bashir," after 4 years of believing in Linfield twos.
Yeah.
We're just going with wheels.
Yeah.
You thought you need some skill on these decks,
Yeah.
and it turns out, yeah, you do. But if you bowl with pace and skill, we couldn't play them. I am worried. They were too good for us today, in a way that felt like they have exposed technical deficiencies, and they were swarming, and it was a pack mentality. And I feel like the pack mentality of today is going to ride into tomorrow, and I'm spiralling negatively.
Yeah. When they were bowled out for 33 overs, 33 overs, Pezza, by playing some of the weakest, responsibility-less, insipid, pathetic shots.
Insulting to the tapestry of the game.
And the history of the sport.
Yeah.
I was fucking so ready. I was already fucking three bars.
Yeah.
Going like, I'm going to fucking give it to these soft cunts because I knew that I was right. I knew that what lies underneath is soft weakness.
Because what the Ashes is, if nothing else, is a summit, once again, on the truth of cricket.
Exactly.
Australia,
Exactly.
high percentage, hard-nosed, pressure building.
Yeah.
England, Cavalier, Maverick,
exactly.
feet on balcony. I'll dance at Starc twice in the over before lunch, 4 down.
Yes.
And my name is Harry Brook.
Yes.
And I'm the highest scorer of today, even though I spent the entire day sledging the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
This is a summit once again.
Exactly.
And England, the nation of England, shouldn't be defeating Australia at Everest. And today is Everest.
Yeah.
In Perth.
At chess.
Perth and Everest being the same thing.
Australia was beaten today in chest and arm wrestles and handshakes and fucking
And it's
biceps.
happened twice in a row now because India did this last year.
Yeah, and Kratz is right when he said before the series started that like the series needs to start in Brisbane. We've always said this, the first test match of the Australian summer needs to start at the Gabba, okay? I don't care if it's not an Olympic stadium. I don't care if they need to knock it down. The first test match needs to start in Brisbane. Everyone's scared of Brisbane, okay?
Yeah, but have we become that autistic? Well, actually, India and West Indies aren't scared of Brisbane. Like, have we become that autistic statistic? It has to be in the correct order for Australia to win.
I am right now, Pezzo. Yeah. So anyway, when England are playing these wishy-washy, lack of responsibility shots, I'm like, see, you can't fucking play this way in Australia.
You're deluded.
Absolutely.
Your delusions of grandeur, like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I'm stripping the curtain away.
Yeah.
I see you for what you are. You're a weak little Jabba the Hutt, little fucking comb over cunt.
Yeah, fucking Book of British Smiles.
Exactly.
Big book of British Smiles.
Exactly.
Yeah. So and then what happens is in the first 10 overs of Australia's innings is that we look like we may never score a run again. I think it's 4 maidens off the dome there. And there's like the 1 for 10 off the 10 overs, like never look like scoring a run. And Australia's entire strategy for the last couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years, is get to the 25 to 30 over mark with the blade, right? After then, it does become easier. It's not easy. At no point is it easy batting, but it does become easier. And so, like Australia,
it was supposed to be so easy, as Mike Skinner said.
Indeed. So then Australia, like, just try and find any way to like get there. If they're like that, they stick with Usman Khawaja at the top because like he's not scoring any runs, but he can take time. He can soak up dot balls to allow Travis Head and I guess recently Webster or Green batting at 6 and Carey to do more damage than what the opposition's 5, 6, 7, 8 can do, right? And then Australia get themselves in a close enough position to be able to do that. And then the dismissals of Head, Green and Carey in this innings are such gut punches. And Stokes takes a fifer in a way that we were laughing about his fifer at Lilac Hill where they were putting compilations together of one, this hilarious fifer where he's beating he's buying half trackers, he's putting his head in his hands after every wicket. He's like, I can't believe I've taken these wickets. Well, it was no better than what we saw today. And like, the Cameron Green one hurt so much for me because I thought he looked fucking amazing. I thought he looked technically, he looked the most in control batsman, and he plays ultimately in isolation. Just a terrible shot. It's terrible, and that's frustrating. Travis Head gets a half tracker, pops it up to mid on. Carey half tracker just spoons it down to third man. Like it's just. Batting in Australia is hard. We've known this for so long, but fuck me, maybe the Australians will say like we were in our positions to counterattack, or we got close enough to where we wanted to be after 30 overs, and we didn't execute in those moments. I don't know. It is England's day, and it is extremely frustrating at how the Australian team. Hardly anyone with a bat is getting any better.
Man, the bowling looked too quick for them. I know it was a hard deck. It was fast and bouncy, but we should be better at that. I mean, when was the last time you can remember an away team in like a Big 3 series dominating like in a such a comprehensive way as this? I mean, obviously, like Australia has their days against India, rare days, but like weird shit happens. When we go over there to play England, usually like they have the run of things usually because they know how to work their conditions. You come to Perth, it's like England wear fucking ice cream whites. Their skin and the flies should be enough to dissuade them from succeeding. No, it's true. It's true. Yeah. I mean, everyone's been like, England's got to win this game because Cummins and Hazelwood are out or whatever. It's just like they should never be able to come to Perth and defeat us at the pace and bounce game. And today they did really well, like in a way that I think is cause for concern, like in a really, really serious way. I got to say we're gonna have to start. Kratz has taken 758 today, and thank fuck for him as well. Obviously, he annoyed us with the way he got out, but I mean, apart from Kratz, it's looking very Swiss cheese today from the Australian team.
Yeah.
And
I can't really remember what our emotion. I think we were much more calm than what others were in the media last year about Australian cricket in crisis, etc. Last year might have felt like Wangararm, biology got us, and this year felt like. Here's an example.
Bit more structural.
Here's an example, Pezza. I've been as big a Uzi fan as anyone in the Australian cricket, fandom.
I can attest to that.
And Australia is not losing this game because of Usman Khawaja. Let's be right about that. But it is emblematic, I think, and I don't think you can be like, oh well, I thought Uzi will play all 5 tests, and now like he should never play again. Today is a dagger. Today is a dagger because it is emblematic of what Australia are trying to do with the bat, and like I don't know if you can keep treading water for that long against a unified bowling attack which has wheels. And just hope that you can get to 30 overs.
And we just brought them all into the game. I mean, even like we bowled them out for 170, but like they got a couple of wins. Boland struggled right today. They can take something away. Australia had some wins against their batters as well. They just had much bigger wins against ours. And the fact that every single one of their bowlers was on the fucking money is just it's from an Australian perspective. It's troubling. From an England perspective, it's erections at pace.
Yeah.
Not even just erections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every single one of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, what you would say if you were speaking, which obviously we aren't, but if you would be speaking, you would say that this England team manages to allow the opposition back in from winning positions. Now, if they don't win this game from here, they may never win a Test match in Australia again. So let's be right about that. But they always leave the door ajar somehow. They've never really been quite ruthless. But, tomorrow is a new day, but it just feels so akin to what happened last year. And now, if the deck does flatten out again as it did last year, people might remember KL Rahul and Jaiswal put on 200 for the first wicket last year, and then they had a lead of 50 in the first innings, and the game was already done by the end of that. So, who knows? But it feels like tomorrow could be a really, really difficult day for Australia, and it blows the series wide open. Anytime the away team wins the first Test match, it blows it open. But tomorrow could be a fucking hard day, man.
Can you imagine, like the England batters? I mean, a lot of them missed out today, and they would have been thinking about the Ashes for a long time. Crawley got out as expected, driving on the up. Duckett looked good for periods, but Starc gets him under the knee roll. Joe Root gets a good ball, so now he's only got 9 more chances to do the thing everyone wants him to do. You get Brook out, who looked amazing, with a plan. Ollie Pope looked really good as well for periods, 46. I mean, had to be Australia's top score if he was playing for us. He gets out to Green on the toe. You think we're in the game, but it's it turns out they've done much better than us today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should talk about Mitchell Starc just quickly. 758. His last best figures were the last time he played, which was 6 for 9 on a flat deck in the West Indies when we bowled him out for 27. So he's now got his best bowling figures ever twice in a row. So I expect that trend to continue. 7 for 58, he bowled with skill. He was the fastest bowler for Australia. He just continues to get better and better. Every summer in the last probably 4 years, he's got better. And that right now, I don't think he's ever bowled better for Australia. He is leading the attack. Bowl and unders, Doggett I was quite impressed with. Lyon bowl 1 over, I think it was, and Green bowl a couple and got a wicket, so there's that. But given that Boland is now having added responsibility, given the injuries to Cummins and Hazelwood, that was the worst Boland's bowl for Australia, no question about that. In England, obviously, they took him down, but flatter decks. Today was just consistently genuine rank half volleys, like T-ball stuff. And so in that context, for Starc to just turn up and give us another highlight of a wicket in the first over of an Ashes. Okay, it wasn't first ball, so he was unders. Let's be right about that.
Yep.
But this guy's highlight reel is just out of this world. And to step up again, take 7 for in a session and a half, day 1 of an Ashes Test match. I mean, what more does he need to do? And the fact that he's already out suggests that he alone is the only person that has played well for Australia today. And that hurts. He's got to do press.
Exactly. I've got to say, I mean, we have to pay our respects to the pigs here because the chat on Patreon and if you want to join the hottest chat in cricket, it is patreon.com/great cricketer. I actually genuinely can't
You can't even go
scroll
back to it.
back to where Ask TGC is.
See, this is the problem, and and once again we do apologise for the lateness of this video, but it's not the first time, not the last time, and it's just one of those days for Australia where every single thing that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, and to lose the audio and have to do the show again several hours later is you know what?
Well,
That's
I mean,
just the way it
I
is.
can read some stuff. I mean, this is Richard Punt shitting the bed when Ket sniffing says, I've been fucked over by POMs all day. Now I'm getting fucked over by ex-Sydney Test cricketers. Fentanyl recommended dose, what is?
Just be careful. Just be careful.
No. This is
and there
just
are fentanyl strips available.
Boys, it's Lloyd says, even fucking Broady's pod is out. Monty Panasar's golden shower says, Willow Talk finally dropped. Shit pod, but I'll take anything now. Now that's hard. That's harsh on Willow Talk. That's actually harsh. I'm reading it first time. Slug says, just the thought of some smug POMs after day one is doing my head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got licks, really.
Been catching up with a lot of friends today from the UK, let me tell you.
Todd Rickson's left hamstring says, fuck off, cricket. You can fuck right off with the whiplash-sustaining emotional twist from fist-pumping Zach Crawley's dismissal to putting the concrete boots on at the close of play. Indeed. Visa Vaz Deferens says, Broad and Butler show dropped for those looking for torture porn. Fergo's nose says, this is fucked. Ashes day one recap, where is?
Yeah.
No, I can't say the next bit.
No, that's fair enough.
Someone else says, wake me up when September ends. Not even my real dad ever let me down this bad. Economics with Big Stoin says, TJC lads, make join Uzi and Barrel at Glue Factory. How do? Someone's called Athens, Germany. Just tried explaining Pigpen to me, so. Just more people saying that Willow talking for the love of cricket recaps out before TGC Daily. Yeah. Well, what I would say is, have they had two out? Have they had two recaps out?
Have they done the show twice?
Exactly.
Each time a little worse than the first.
Jim Greer says, not sure who should open the batting. Aussies gave all four a crack on day one.
It was like a casting couch.
Joel Monahan's dog says, Moses Enriquez and Socks dailies even dropped earlier. So I didn't even know they were doing dailies. I'll listen to that. That'll be good.
Well, prayers up and, thoughts and prayers, of course, to Uzi, who's out in the range right now, who's got a full bucket of balls. I think he's gone for the 150 bucket. He might have overswung in a par three. He might have taken 8 iron when 7 iron would have been more than enough, and he just overswung. Yeah, and he got back spasms.
41 points. Mate.
41 points.
41. Well, how can you argue with 41 points?
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
How many times do you get 41 points in your life? 90 tests, sure. 41 points. Mate, he's playing off 6 now.
Is that the title of this show? 41 points. He's playing off 6 now.
Was it worth it, Uzi? Uzi says yes, probably. Gallows humour stuff. Tomorrow could be a fucking tough day. Oh, Christ. Did we do it justice? Was it emotional enough?
Yeah, nothing's enough.
All right.
Ever.
We'll see you tomorrow for one of the shows we put out. Goodbye.